Good morning, my people. As always, I feel fortunate and blessed to have been awakened this morning, allow my feet to touch the ground, and give me a chance to fight this thing called life. I felt like doing this in the elements, in nature this morning, try something new. And the topic going to be this morning on how once we gain success in recovery in our sobriety, how the sins of yesterday come back to haunt us. See, because we have to know and understand that because we get clean and we're no longer actively using, that doesn't mean that life is going to be peaches and cream. See, because when we were getting high, let me back up. When I was getting high, I did some things that I may have to pay for today. You know? And I've been in the company of folk where they'll get to sharing and get to talking, and they'll be speaking to they have court dates coming up for the things they did while they was getting high. That they have judgments they had to go to court for because of what happened and things they done when they was getting high. So on and so forth. So that begs the question, because I quit using, does my sins of yesterday disappear? No, they don't. So once we get into recovery and we get sober, we have to prepare for the things that we did yesterday. Because those things, they still exist. The people we harm, they still have feelings. Those loans we bucked on, the people still want their money. And if we committed crime, the people possibly may still want, guess what? Us to do their time. Okay? And pin this. If we're not mentally prepared to face those things head on, it's a perfect setup for a relapse. Because it seems like the walls are closing in. And when you thought things were good, now all this starting to happen. But that is called L-I-F-E, life. So the first response isn't to say, oh, whoopie-doo, and have a pity party. That's what I did. That's what my hands wrought. That's what I done to myself. So if I did it to myself, I have to be man enough to hold it and deal with it. And then I was going to have to use my coping skills, some self-talk, some contemplation, some ruminating, and find the most prudent way to deal with whatever it is that presented and reared its ugly head for my sins of yesterday. Because, yeah, being clean is beautiful, wonderful, when traded in for all the tea in China. But at the same time, life still exists. We're going to have money problems. We're going to have relationship problems. We're going to have problems with the children. We're going to have problems with associates and friends. We're going to have problems with the creditors. We're going to have problems with the judicial system. If that case may be, we're going to have all those things that's going to occur and come back to haunt us. Because when I was getting high, I didn't care about none of that. So whoop-de-doo. But the fact remains is now, if it comes, I got to face it head on. I got to pay my dues. I got to pay for what I did yesterday. Whether it's jail time, whether it's garnishment of money, whatever it is, I got to pay for it. And all that comes with getting clean. But guess what? Guess what? Once we began to look at those things and face it head on and come up with a plan that's prudent and feasible, we begin to feel good about ourselves because we're being responsible. We're being adult. You know, we're living life on life terms. So all those things play into effect, and we turn it from a negative to a positive. If you got to face some jail time, what you going to do it? That's what you did. People got to garnish your money, that's what you did. face it head on. Don't pick up and say, you know what? Hey man, that's what it is, that's what it was, but this why I am today. And stand on it, keep on moving. Peeping the back, so you know what to do with peep back there. But then you stay focused, head on, and keep moving forward, and keep on living sober, and keep on living life, because eventually everything gonna fall, everything gonna turn, and life is going to be beautiful, one day at a time. With that, for my people that's in the struggle, know what we're gonna do? We're gonna be mindful of our cues, be mindful of our traps, we're gonna be mindful of our triggers, but most importantly, what we're gonna do? We're gonna be mindful of the company that we keep. With that, I pass, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.